So we just got a crazy update about Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom character. There's some more stuff coming out from insiders explaining what Marvel's actual plan is here. To me, this piece is absolutely mind-blowing. This has to do with Doctor Doom's connection to Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four of the Fantastic Four movie, which is already cool. But when you combine that with what we already know about this Fantastic Four movie, it gets absolutely insane. So the report is coming from Daniel RPK, and it is that the Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom will be from the same universe as Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby's Fantastic Four. Now, look, I already saw a lot of fans being like, that's obvious. We already knew this. And I understand why people might think that. I mean, it does kind of seem like the obvious choice. However, if you have been following the leaks and the rumors about the Fantastic Four as closely as I have, this is actually shocking. And I believe it potentially shows us some really interesting things about what Marvel is planning with Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom. But now I want to go over all of the established rumors and leaks for Matt Shakman's Fantastic Four. We'll go through them and then you'll understand, dude. Like, trust me, this is way crazier than people think. Except for me. I know how crazy it is. That's why I'm making this video. Now, the first and most important big rumor for the Fantastic Four is that it is going to take place in a separate universe. Now, we kind of have this confirmed. I mean, Kevin Feige's already commented on this. A lot of the scenes of the footage that they showed at D23 and San Diego Comic-Con show an alternate version of New York City. This is an alternate universe where maybe the Avengers don't exist. Like, that's like another rumor. But the point is, the Fantastic Four in this super futuristic universe, a little bit like 838, but we of course know it is not 838 because that had John Krasinski as Reed Richards. But you got to keep all these leaks in mind and remember, Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom apparently comes from this universe as well. So again, first thing keep in mind, separate universe, not 616, not 838, separate universe. The next big rumor you got to keep in mind is that the film is apparently going to take place in the 60s, or at least a portion of the movie is going to take place in the 60s. This was also confirmed via the footage we've seen so far of the Fantastic Four. A lot of shots of them in the 60s. The outfit that Joseph Quinn was in when he was talking to everybody at D23, it's clearly looking like the 60s. And the rumor of the movie is that it is supposed to take place in the 60s, but also there'll be a time jump and you'll have stuff in the modern day. Next big rumor we got to talk about all has to do with Galactus. So Galactus is apparently going to be in the movie, but it's not just that Galactus is going to be in the movie. It's the fact that it is rumored that Galactus does not come from this universe, right? So Doctor Doom comes from this universe, the Fantastic Four come from this universe, but Galactus does not. In fact, it might well be the case that Galactus was in a different universe and he destroyed that whole universe, eating all the planets, and then he comes into this universe with the Fantastic Four and he's real hungry. And the last and maybe most important rumor about the Fantastic Four movie is that Doctor Doom's not going to really be in the movie. Like, he's either going to be at the very end of the film or he's going to be teased in a post-credit scene. So while it is common sense to have Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four movie, and if you're going to build up Reed Richards, you build up Doctor Doom, with all of these rumors, it's mad confusing. How do you build up Doctor Doom without him actually being a large player in the movie? What's up with this being a separate universe that's going to have timeline stuff in the 60s, but there's no Victor for most of the movie? Like, what's the deal with that? And if Galactus is from a different universe, and if Galactus comes in and threatens the entire universe, I just can't see a scenario in which Doctor Doom wouldn't step up to the plate and destroy Galactus or help Reed Richards destroy Galactus. Now, let's address that last rumor first, right? So if Doctor Doom is not really in the movie, or he's in the post-credit scene of the movie, it would imply that something happens in the timeline that would cause Victor to leave, to go away, maybe to leave Earth, or at the very least to leave everything and go to Latveria. Could be even crazier, like something makes him go through time or go to the end of time, or he's just doing something wild, like some real Doctor Doom stuff. But I also think it's possible this is something they will change about the film. It's maybe the case that they didn't know exactly that they were going to get RDJ Doctor Doom, although the director of the Fantastic Four, Matt Shakman, was saying that he's known for some time. So maybe once they got Robert Downey Jr. on board, they rewrote the script, they had Victor Victor Von Doom be more in the universe. But then I have all these questions like, okay, so Doctor Doom's there with Reed in the 60s, like they went to college, maybe even before that. How old are they now? Like, what's modern day in that universe? Because we've also heard that Valeria and Franklin Richards are going to be in the movie, and in fact we're going to see Franklin born. It might be a crazy scene where he's born in space, and there's also a rumor that Galactus comes to Earth because of Franklin Richards, maybe because of the birth of Franklin Richards. But in comics, Doctor Doom is the one that names Valeria. He names Valeria after his long-lost love. So they're going to have that in the movie. And again, like, how do you have that in the movie and not have Doom be involved in the movie? You see what I'm saying here? And guys, there's also a rumor that this universe that the Fantastic Four are in is going to be destroyed. It's going to be destroyed by the end of the film, and the Fantastic Four are going to have to jump ship, go through a black hole, end up in a different universe or something like that. I'm having a real hard time wrapping my head around Doctor Doom not being able to save his own universe. Reed Richards, for sure. Reed Richards is a jobber in some ways, but Doctor Doom, hell nah, bro. Doctor Doom would not stand for that. I mean, I guess technically the universe is all destroyed in Secret Wars, but he saves a lot of 616. He saves a lot of just, you know, all of the multiverse and creates Battle World, right? But like Doom doesn't really lose like that. And I just, like, what are we getting here? A Doom that's barely in the story. He comes from this universe, but he's an absentee Doom. He's not going to get in there and save Valeria and name her. He's not going to be there to fight against Galactus. He's not going to be there when the universe is destroyed. Who is this Doctor Doom? And if it's like a Tony Stark variant, how does that work either? Dude, I'm telling you guys, a lot of you guys were like, that's the obvious move. Of course they're going to make Doctor Doom from the same universe as Pedro Pascal, Reed Richards. I'm telling you right now, this changes a lot of what I was thinking about. It completely wrecks a lot of my theories and a lot of the things I was wondering about, although technically it does make my one theory about Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark actually being Victor Von Doom, like he was adopted and they switched his name to Tony, and like in most of the multiverse, that guy, like the Robert Downey Jr. character, is actually Victor Von Doom. And that could work here, because if they just have him be Victor Von Doom and we're all just like, why is Tony Stark Victor Von Doom? Well, I suppose it's possible that they will all come to 616, and that includes Victor Von Doom. Maybe he has some plan for them and they all escape via Doom to 616, and then maybe he's been observing and he realizes like, oh, one of my variants was raised as Tony Stark and became a hero of this universe. Hell, maybe that's why he even picks the 616 universe. So to me, this is really crazy, guys. I wanted to bring you this news, talk about what it could mean. I'm sure we'll speculate more about it. And as more information comes out, we will adjust our theories and we will let you know about it in a video. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video.